I feel like at this point in my life, in order to really succeed, in order to really create the life that it is that I've been trying to create, I need to get out of here. The more I stay here, the more I have to explain myself every step of the way. And I'm realizing now how much it's hindering my growth. And it's actually making me feel like I'm regressing. You're not having those adult conversations. You're not feeling stimulated. Every day feels the same. No shade to babies because I love them. I feel like my brain's turning to mush. I'm constantly having to explain why I do the things that I do, why I know the things that I do, which is... I feel like it's time for me to leave England and just start fresh somewhere else, but I don't know where to go. All I know is that England is becoming insufferable for me. I was born in England, I've lived here my whole life, my parents were born in England, my grandparents were not. I understand why my grandparents came here when they did, I just don't understand why I'm still here. As a black person, we make up about 4% of the population here. White people make up about 80% of the population, so there's already a huge difference. Because this is a country with 80% white people, of course, that is going to be the basic foundation of pretty much everything here. So naturally, people who are white are going to just assume that their way of life is everyone else's way of life. There are some people who have taken the time to educate themselves to understand that it's not all about them, but majority of people think that way or still have a lot of unconscious biases that they have to work through. Now, I can say that I know people who have been working through those things over the past few years, but it's like I feel like I'm regressing because there are people who are finally waking up to things and issues that we have here that I've obviously been aware of my whole life because of my experience here. And people from my community, out of that 4% of black people, and when I say community, I mean black people, not just specific, because then it gets even smaller, but out of black people, that 4%, there are people who fit into the society's expectations of black people, right? Then there's also people who conform to the whiteness in the UK. And then what's left are the people like myself who are not conforming, don't fit into certain stereotypes, and we're just kind of here. Now, in order for the rest of us who are just here, right, to succeed, really all of us to succeed, because conforming doesn't allow you to really succeed in your full truth, and being a stereotype also doesn't allow you to succeed in your full truth, right? So out of the rest of us who are here, who are trying to exist in our full truth, it's like, how far can you really go if every step of the way you have to explain every single thing you're doing because you're in a country where most people don't get it? Now compare it to the US, and I have most supporters. Like anything that I do, social media, businesses, etc., I usually have a lot of supporters from the US. So that's one of the reasons that this is an example. Second reason it's an example just because it has a similar kind of structure to the UK. Black people in the US make up about 14.4, 14-ish% of the whole population. But the difference is white people in the US make up about 56.6% of the population, or coming up to 60%. The rest of the population is made up of like Asian people and Hispanic people. So although black people make up 14%, which is still much more than UK, but still a small amount, there's a huge amount of like Hispanic people and Asian people. That means that the white people in the US make up about half of the population, not 80%. And as we can all see, right, the US is racist and has all its issues, but there are also so many more black communities, so many more communities of people of color where they're able to thrive. Like when I see people and they're like, oh, go to Atlanta, it's loads of black people. Like we don't have an Atlanta here. We don't have just loads of black people. Maybe we'll have like areas, but even those areas, they're one, being gentrified, two, that's where they stuff everybody on top of each other and we have all our crime and issues. But like that black successful areas and places like that, we don't really have those spaces here in the UK. Even growing up in the UK, like as a black person growing up in the UK, a lot of the TV shows that we watched were American TV shows because that's where we saw representation. We didn't have much of it in the UK, and the representation that we did have in the UK, and I'm not saying this to throw any shade to anyone at that time because get your coins and I understand it, but like a lot of it was poppy show business. If you're not Caribbean, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like gimmicky because that's how they used black people. Like they want you on there to be the joke. Everyone's not going to look up that as black people. We're not looking at that saying, I want to go on TV and be made fun of. Do you know what I mean? We want to be the Mauritius. We want it to be something where we feel like, that feels more like my family. It feels more like a family party. It doesn't feel like they're making a mockery out of me. I feel like at this point in my life, in order to really succeed, in order to really create the life that it is that I've been trying to create, I need to get out of here. The more I stay here, the more I have to explain myself every step of the way, and I'm realizing now how much it's hindering my growth, and it's actually making me feel like I'm regressing. Like, for example, do you know when you become a parent, right, and if you don't have a really good support system, it's very easy to feel like your brain has turned to mush because you're doing the same things with your child, you're teaching them the same things that you already know over and over again, you're watching kids' TV shows, that's playing in your mind, you're not having those adult conversations, you're not feeling stimulated, every day feels the same. No shade to babies because I love them. I feel like my brain's turning to mush. I'm constantly having to explain why I do the things that I do, why I know the things that I do, which is the biggest one for me. I've got friends from all different races, right? I've been to predominantly white school, but lived in predominantly white areas. I've been around people, part of the 80%, who look at me and they're like, why do you care about that? Like, why do you know that? It's really not that deep, because they see me as like, well, you're black in England, so why do black issues anywhere else affect you? Or why do you feel oppressed? Or why do you care about all this other stuff when you're fine? I'm tired of people seeing me through their privilege when I am not afforded that same privilege, because then you don't see me, and this is why you need to see color. Like, I'm so tired of that. Oh, I don't see color, you know, I see everyone as just, I don't care if you're blue, green. Well, no one is blue and green. And even when black people say that, please stop saying that. No one is blue and green. It's so dismissive. You need to see color to understand there's differences, to understand that although I'm in the school, although I'm in the workplace, although I'm in this England, I am not the same as you. I have a different experience than you. And if you can't see that, I don't feel comfortable here. I'm just tired. I'm tired of the doomsdays. I'm tired of people not getting it. I'm tired of feeling like I'm literally part of this tiny percent when I know out there in the world there are so many other people who get me. I just want to be able to have my experience, achieve what I'm achieving, and to be able to chill in all the other spaces. When I'm supposed to be able to just let my hair down and just relax, I feel like I'm always having to explain something to someone, or I'm always having to like be a lecturer about something, because something in passing or a simple reference, like a funny reference, it's like, what does that mean? Every day. Not every day. I'm just ranting because I'm just tired of the same old, same old. I don't want to isolate myself. Like, I've just turned 30. I want to enjoy my experience and have a full life. It's just not going to be that full here in England. Like, it's just ain't it.